Welcome back. It's our Friday edition of On the Hill with Pat Jenkins Sports Talk, brought to you each and every day by Lindsay & Associates with locations in Fayetteville, locations also too in Rogers. Lindsay & Associates, we bring great neighbors together. This is also brought to you by Locomotion. It's located just below the Northwest Arkansas Mall in Fayetteville. Also, too, it's brought to you by Fun City. You can catch them right off the 412 highway in Springdale, Arkansas. If you don't get a chance to catch us each and every day on our live stream, you can always go check us out on iHeartRadio as we podcast each and every day's top segment of OTH on iHeartRadio in the evenings for those that don't get a chance to catch us. But we're going to continue to take you on up to kickoff here on the A. We like to do it each and every Friday. It's the A that just pertains to everything Razorbacks. And we're going to catch up with 247 Sports, Otis Kirk. Otis, welcome to the Hill, my man.
Thanks as always, Pat, for having me on here, man. I appreciate it, as always.
I always love having you on. Let's get up into it. You and I, we've had privileges to be around this football team, coaches, media availability on Monday, offense Tuesday, defense on Wednesday. What's been your biggest take from the availability that you've had with players and coaches heading into this kickoff at 11 a.m. in Don W. Reynolds?
Well, I think my biggest take would be to eliminate the big plays on defense. I mean, they actually played a pretty clean game, but, 7 busts, I mean, you can't. A&M made them pay. When Arkansas made a mistake, Texas A&M made them pay. And you've got to eliminate the big plays. I mean, at all costs. And they did against TCU, but against A&M, that was what killed them, the long pass, the long run, and they've got to eliminate those big plays on defense. Just can't do it. And they've got to create some on offense.
Right.
You can't, Jonathan Nance caught those passes late from Austin, and also the offensive, not necessarily taking that, but just Pat, they got to start protecting the quarterback better. I mean, he's getting hit time after time. They can say he's holding the ball too long, maybe so on one or two. Definitely one and maybe two, but the rest of the time he got sacked 6 times. He's got hit no telling how many times, and that's not just holding the ball.
Right.
That's on the offensive line.
When do you think they're going to make that change at left tackle? Because Otis, I'll just keep it real. I think that's the one position that's holding this entire offense back is the fact that he does get so much blindside pressure and so much unsettledness during his pass progressions. I know, Austin's taking a lot of flack for people saying, well, he's not playing up to his potential from last year. I know his completion rate's down maybe 8 or 9%, but at what point do you just look at it for what it is if you're Kurt Anderson and say, hey, we need to make a change here at this left tackle and maybe start there and see if there's some more holes that we need to plug?
Well, I think they definitely I have yet to figure out why Brian Wallace is not playing. I know they say if he was good enough, he would be. Maybe so. But I know when he was in there last year, he played better than what they're getting right now from some spots. And I'd like to see Brian Wallace get another shot at it. I mean, they can't keep doing the same thing because it's not working. I mean, you're okay probably in the running game. I mean, you can live with the blocking you're getting in the running game. But the pass protection has got to get better. Like I said, Austin Allen's not going to make it through the season. People keep wanting Cole Kelly. Well, you may get him before long because Allen cannot hold up with getting hit like he is. So to me, you've got to look at some things. And they put Ramirez in there last week. But like I said, I'd love to maybe see Johnny Gibson move out to left tackle, Bryant tackle, and see how that works. I mean, that's what they did 2 years ago behind Kirkland and Skipper. So I'd like to see that. But I mean, beyond that, I mean, they definitely need to look at some different combinations. I'm sure they have, and I know they do in practice. But if you're not full-scale scrimmaging, it's tough to let someone rise to the top. It's kind of down, and so I'd love to see, certain changes. Don't guarantee they will, but I'd like to see it personally. And I mean, I'm not the coach. I'm not there every day at practice. I'm not there any of the days at practice. You're not either, Pat. But, we have opinions, and that's all it is. But, that's an opinion.
Got about 3.5 minutes, Otis, and we're talking with Otis Kirk of 247 Sports. We can't have you on and not talk recruiting, as it's the lifeblood of each and every program, no matter what the sport. we just talked about a left tackle position. Arkansas's got a big official visitor, Noah Banks, out of Iowa Western Junior College. Talk about Noah and just, what other schools are looking at him, and what are your chances you think Arkansas has with this young man?
Well, as luck would have it, on my part, which usually doesn't happen, but I saw him play. I went to see him at Gooden play in the season opener, and they played Iowa Western, and he played for them. And Noah's a good player. I mean, he's a big kid. He's legit 6'7". And I think, he can help Arkansas. I mean, he's looking at Iowa State's offered, Missouri's offered, Middle Tennessee State's offered. But, if Arkansas offers this weekend, I think they've got a good shot at him. And he can play. He's big, got long arms. He went to Murray State, redshirted as a freshman out of Florida. Played as a redshirt freshman, started 9 games, Pat, but he just wanted to play at a Power 5, FBS, and so he left Murray State and went to Iowa West. Kind of rolled the dice and went to Iowa West to see if he can get a big 4-year scholarship or Division I offer, and he has. And Missouri, like I said, and Iowa State have offered him, and Arkansas. I think Arkansas will, or they wouldn't have brought him in for a visit. I think they probably just wanted to meet the kid. But yeah, he's good. I saw him play. I mean, is he? He may not be Willie Rose, but he's a good football player.
Hey, Otis, as always, man. I'll catch up with you tomorrow in the press box.
Yeah.
I'm going to get there about 9:30, and we'll maybe sit down and see if we can get a bite to eat together. But as always, my man, have a blessed evening, and thanks for taking time out on the hill, my brother.
Thanks for asking, Pat. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Have a good one.
That was Otis Kirk, 247 Sports. Demetrius, when you hear about Arkansas having a need at left tackle and then bringing in a young man out of the JUCO ranks and Noah Banks for an official visit, does that signify that they're really starting to try to address some of the needs along the offensive line? Because when you look at the roster, they may not be to the depth of where you want most positions, but they have quality depth at those positions. And the offensive line, to me, seems to be the one glaring problem that this football team has if they intend to go forward for the duration of this year and on and beyond.
I think they are. I think they're taking the right kind of steps, going JUCO rank, because I think that's the safer route right now. A lot of their high school kind of recruits have been hit and misses. I would say probably the last good one is Denver Kirkland. That was a known prospect. What was that kid out of Florida we were trying to get?
It was Denver.
Nah, they switched over to Florida.
Oh, you must be talking about Curtis Dunlap.
I haven't heard.
I spoke with him a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but we need those caliber linemen if we're going to get them out of high school. But I think, it's smart for us to go to those JUCO ranks and get guys that's at least been in the system, at least have that college to SEC at least body type, if that makes sense.
Right. And I've had a chance to watch the film of Noah. Very, very flexible person. Very can pass block, run block. I think he'd be something that Arkansas really would have to take a serious look at, because they have got to get that left tackle position, which I think is the most important position in all of the offensive line. If your left tackle's adequate left tackle, it's going to really, really help for a lot of things you do scheme-wise offensively. But we're going to step away, get a quick break, come back with a little Dre Greenlaw audio, get his take on just what Arkansas has to do defensively and going forward. And then we're going to get our picks. Demetrius and I, we got some really good games. It's the Get Left or Get Right closing segment. Up next, it's On the Hill with Pat Jenkins. Back in a moment.